On the 15th of May 2025, President Donald Trump embarked on a diplomatic journey that would reshape the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. The first stop on this diplomatic journey was at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. Here, President Trump addressed the US troops stationed in the region. With warmth and conviction, he thanked them for their service and emphasized America's commitment to maintaining stability in the Middle East. The troops responded with enthusiastic cheers, their faces alight with patriotic fervor, echoing the president's sentiment of unwavering dedication to peace, stability, and the pursuit of justice. The president's visit to Qatar was not just about boosting military morale, but it also marked a significant turning point for the US aerospace industry. In a move that sent ripples across the global economy, a monumental $200 billion deal was inked between Qatar Airways and Boeing. This agreement secured the purchase of a whopping 160 jets, a lifeline for the struggling US aerospace industry, and a testament to the power of strategic diplomacy. As President Trump wrapped up his visit to Qatar, his convoy, a spectacle of red Tesla Cybertrucks escorted by the Qatari security forces in their red Audi, departed Doha amidst high-profile fanfare. The successful completion of this first leg of his Middle East tour set the stage for what was to come next. As President Trump bid farewell to Qatar, a new horizon awaited him in the United Arab Emirates. This marked the beginning of the next chapter in his diplomatic journey, a chapter filled with promise, potential, and the hope of fostering stronger ties in the Middle East. Landing in Abu Dhabi, President Trump's next stop was a symbol of interfaith respect and regional heritage, the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque. This architectural marvel, with its 82 domes and more than 1,000 columns, stands as a beacon of unity, bringing together cultures from around the globe. President Trump's visit here was not just a diplomatic gesture, but a nod to the rich cultural tapestry of the Middle East. The Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque is more than just a place of worship. It's a symbol of the UAE's dedication to fostering global harmony and understanding. As President Trump walked through the mosque's grand archways, he was stepping into a space where cultural respect and heritage are deeply intertwined. The visit to the mosque was followed by a meeting with UAE President Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan at Qasr Al Watan, the presidential palace. The conversation was rich and varied, covering a range of topics. They delved into strategic investments, exploring opportunities for economic growth and mutual prosperity. The talks also focused on defense collaboration, as both nations recognized the importance of a secure and stable Middle East. But it wasn't all military and economics. A significant part of the discussion was dedicated to the future: artificial intelligence. The UAE has a keen interest in AI development, and this shared interest could pave the way for further technological collaboration between the two nations. The day came to an end, but the impact of President Trump's visit was just beginning to unfold. His trip to the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque and the subsequent discussions with President Al Nahyan marked a significant step in the evolution of US-UAE relations. It was a day that highlighted the importance of cultural respect and heritage, and set the stage for future cooperation and mutual understanding. President Trump's Middle East tour was more than a series of diplomatic visits. It was a strategic move to strengthen America's influence in the Gulf region. The tour, punctuated by high-profile meetings and significant economic deals, was a testament to Trump's approach to diplomacy, which prioritizes economic partnerships over traditional diplomacy. A key aspect of the tour was the striking of mega-deals, such as the $200 billion deal between Qatar Airways and Boeing. This move not only boosted the struggling US aerospace industry, but also solidified Qatar's commitment to work closely with the US economically. The tour also saw a significant shift in the U.S. approach to regional geopolitics. President Trump's decision to lift sanctions on Syria and meet with Syrian leader al-Sharaa marked a significant shift in US policy. While this move garnered both praise and criticism, it signaled a willingness to engage with controversial figures in the interest of regional stability. Moreover, the tour highlighted the U.S. efforts to outfox China in the region. By engaging in strategic investments, defense collaborations, and artificial intelligence development with countries like the UAE, the US is positioning itself as a key player in the Middle East's geopolitical landscape. The tour also addressed regional security issues such as the Gaza conflict, Iran's nuclear program, and Saudi-Israeli relations. The Trump administration aims to strengthen the U.S. technological edge by lifting restrictions on advanced semiconductor chip exports to allies like the UAE and Saudi Arabia, while simultaneously engaging in an AI arms race with China. As President Trump concluded his Middle East tour, he left behind a legacy of strategic diplomacy and economic partnerships. This tour signified a clear shift in the U.S. approach to the Middle East, prioritizing economic ties and strategic investments over traditional diplomacy. It will be interesting to see how these partnerships evolve in the future and what impact they will have on the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. The reactions to President Trump's Middle East tour were as diverse as they were profound. The tour, characterized by strategic diplomacy and a disruptive approach, received a mixed bag of praise and criticism, painting a vivid picture of the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. On one side of the spectrum, economic enthusiasts applauded the president's strategic diplomacy. The massive deal between Qatar Airways and Boeing, for instance, was hailed as a significant boost for the struggling US aerospace industry. The focus on strategic investments, defense collaboration, and artificial intelligence development in the UAE was also well received. These endeavors signaled a shift in America's foreign policy, emphasizing economic deals over traditional diplomacy. However, not all reactions were rosy. Critics pointed to the disruptive nature of Trump's approach to regional geopolitics. His decision to lift sanctions on Syria and meet with Syrian leader al-Sharaa was viewed as a significant shift in US policy, raising concerns about the government's treatment of minorities and the presence of ISIS elements. While some praised the move as a bold strategy to stabilize the region, others saw it as a risky endeavor that posed challenges in coordinating with allies and ensuring Syria's progress towards stability. The aftershocks of Trump's Middle East tour were felt far beyond the region. His efforts to counter China's influence, particularly in the realm of technology, sparked a global conversation about the future of geopolitics in the digital age. His administration's decision to lift restrictions on advanced semiconductor chip exports to allies like the UAE and Saudi Arabia underscored the growing importance of artificial intelligence and technology partnerships in global diplomacy. While the dust settles on President Trump's Middle East tour, the echoes of his diplomatic maneuvers continue to reverberate across the region. The tour served as a stark reminder of the complex dynamics at play in the Middle East and the profound impact that a single diplomatic tour can have on the region's geopolitical landscape and the world at large. The future of US-Middle East relations is as uncertain as it is promising, thanks to President Trump's Middle East tour. This tour, marked by monumental deals and strategic diplomacy, has set the stage for a new era in international relations, an era that could see a shift in the geopolitical landscape and a strengthening of bonds between the US and the Middle East. In the aftermath of President Trump's tour, the Middle East is likely to experience an infusion of American influence in various sectors. From the aerospace industry in Qatar to the technology sector in the UAE, the ripple effect of Trump's visit is expected to be far-reaching. These partnerships could very well serve as catalysts for innovation, fostering an environment ripe for economic growth and technological advancements. On the geopolitical front, Trump's tour could potentially herald a shift in the dynamics of US-Middle East relations. By engaging directly with key players in the region, the president has demonstrated a willingness to confront complex issues head-on, a move that may reshape the region's political landscape and redefine the U.S. role within it. Yet, as we navigate this new terrain, we must also brace ourselves for the challenges that lie ahead. The path to progress is often fraught with obstacles, and the road to stability can be a winding one. The Middle East's political landscape is intricate and diverse, and the US will need to tread carefully to ensure that its actions foster unity rather than discord. Looking at the broader picture, Trump's Middle East tour may also have implications on a global scale. The strengthening of US-Middle East relations could alter the balance of power, affecting other global players and potentially reshaping the international order. As we look forward to the future, the impact of President Trump's Middle East tour will continue to shape US-Middle East relations for years to come. This historic tour has set the stage for a new chapter in international diplomacy, one that is as full of promise as it is uncertainty. The path ahead may be uncharted, but it is a path that we traverse together towards a future of mutual respect, cooperation and prosperity.